But first, at change.org is a story entitled Investigate Five Eyes, Deep State Spy Program Used to Eliminate Targeted Individuals. Oh, it's a petition. It's a petition at change.org. And it begins. Regarding the Five Eyes programs of mass surveillance, NSA whistleblower Edward Snowden has stated these programs were never about terrorism. They're about economic spying, social control, and diplomatic manipulation. They're about power. What Snowden didn't know was that the news media misinterpreted some of the key classified documents that exposed the existence of a secret and illegal program, COINTELPRO 2.0, that was and is being used to secretly transfer economic, political, military, and informational control to the military-industrial complex, central bankers, and other deep state private interests. This evidence exposes the penetration and hijacking of our intelligence and justice infrastructure by the military-industrial complex and other non-state actors. This represents a threat to every sovereign nation and the human rights of every peace-loving person. In other words, while pretending they are protecting us from radical Islamic terrorists, in reality, the global mass surveillance system was built to conceal the diversion of global assets and power, included by enslaving us with trillions of dollars, caused by the false and endless wars spawned after 9/11. Please join us by signing this petition to demand a proper investigation into this smoking gun evidence. While the general public at large may be blind to the treasonous applications of these spy programs, the reality is that in the aftermath of these September 11th attacks, millions of innocent people all over the world, targeted individuals, have been sabotaged, defrauded, entrapped, framed, tortured, or enslaved by COINTELPRO 2.0. These crimes are sometimes referred to as electronic harassment, gang stalking, or security service stalking, and are designed to be impossible to prove or to escape. As a result, corrupt Five Eyes Spying Alliance officials have concealed their crimes by falsely claiming these millions of people are suffering from mass delusion. Through high-level insiders, major whistleblowers, and high-value targets, we now know that people like Pulitzer Prize-winning investigative journalist Glenn Greenwald were some of the people who misinterpreted the documents that exposed COINTELPRO 2. For example, the groundbreaking article at this link at The Intercept, written by Greenwald, is about COINTELPRO 2, but he doesn't realize it. Greenwald stated, quote, GCHQ documents are the first to prove that a major Western government is using some of the most controversial techniques to disseminate deception online and harm the reputations of targets. Under the tactics they use, the state is deliberately spreading lies on the internet about whichever individuals it targets, including the use of what GCHQ itself calls false flag operations, and emails to people's families and friends. Who would possibly trust a government to exercise these powers at all, let alone do so in secret, with virtually no oversight, and outside of any cognizable legal framework? Then there's the use of psychology and other social sciences to not only understand, but to shape and control how online activism and discourse unfolds. Today's newly published document touts the work of GCHQ's Human Science Operations Cell, devoted to online human intelligence and strategic influence and disruption. What Greenwald and the news media do not know is that Human Science Operations Cell is the technical term used by spy agencies to describe COINTELPRO 2's teams of gangstalkers that are being used to penetrate, manipulate, and hijack foreign and domestic governments. Foreign and domestic. And industries and societies. For over 15 years, the objectives of COINTELPRO 2 have included dividing the human race along religious, ethnic, social, and economic lines as part of a long-range global subversion strategy. COINTELPRO 2's operations have been exposed in documentaries like Dark Money and Silenced, the War on Whistleblowers, and Diary of a Person of Interest. And books like Licensed to Lie, exposing corruption in the Department of Justice. But it is these key Snowden documents that expose the Five Eyes sponsorship of a secret global war versus targeted individuals, including political leaders, activists, journalists, whistleblowers, and regular folks. Up until now, the spy agencies have managed to block the proper inspection of this evidence. It is critical exculpatory evidence that impacts the cases of Snowden, WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange, those convicted by the Russiagate investigation, and virtually every target of the Five Eyes spying alliance, the DOJ, and the Deep State. And the petition ends, please join us by signing our petition to demand a proper investigation into this smoking gun evidence.